In West Virginia, thousands of guns have been placed in the hands of criminals, much of which is at the fault of the ATF. Now, how all this started was in West Virginia, a little gun store, kind of an outfitter store called Uncle Sam's, was pumping out firearms out the back door to two big groups of people. Number one, it was criminals that were affiliated with the coal mines. It was bribery, guns for bribery, kind of a pay-to-play scheme in that town and around that little region of West Virginia. But many of them went to felons specifically. Some truck drivers saying they would back their truck up and load up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trucks to be delivered to felons or as bribes for criminals in the coal mining industry. Now, why is this the ATF's fault? Well, the first time the ATF started to kind of suspect Uncle Sam's, they went and did an audit, like they do all sorts of gun stores. But coming up with 600 guns on that particular audit unaccounted for, that just reeks of red flags. There's all sorts of red flags going off in my mind if I was an ATF agent, but they did nothing about it. They gave them an additional year to kind of clean everything up because they believed their excuses that they gave them. 1 year later, still hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of guns coming up missing. But again, the ATF just kind of gave them a harsh warning, and it wasn't until the third year that finally, after thousands of guns around Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania have come up missing and have all been filtered into the hands of criminals because the ATF was too foolish to do anything about it and didn't even see it. Like, at what point do your red flags go off? And then we're seeing the ATF hammer on people that maybe made one mistake here, one mistake there, but for some reason, thousands of guns being placed in the hands of criminals in the United States of America at the fault of the ATF. Love to hear your thoughts on all this. Again, put those in the comments below, because what we're seeing here is, again, you got some gun stores that maybe make one mistake and they're getting hammered on by the ATF, but there is something about that criminal enterprise that the ATF let slide. And it's not just that they kind of believed their excuses. In my opinion, I believe there's more to this story than one might think. Love to hear your thoughts on it. Put in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.